Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear cadets of class 10, welcome you all to this online Islam and moral education class. Dear cadets, how are you? I think all of you are and your family are fine. By the grace of Almighty Allah, we are also fine. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. Dear cadets, it is a formal introducing. I am Muhammad Muradullah, lecturer in Islamic Studies, Barishal Cadet College, Barishal. Dear cadets, you already knew about the pandemic situation all over the world. That's why every class we have a new slide that is coronavirus awareness. Our country, Bangladesh, is not different than that. So we should maintain some decorum to prevent this coronavirus. First of all, wash your hands often. Wear a face mask. Sanitize constantly. Stay at home. Avoid close contact. Avoid crowd places. Cover cough and sneezing. Dear cadets, I think all of you are following this health and hygiene accordingly. I hope and expect that you are all following these rules and staying home and staying safe and sound at your home. May Allah protect us from this deadly disease. Without no more delay, dear cadets, I would like to mention today's discussion topics. Our today's discussion topics is dutifulness and cleanliness. Chapter 4, lesson number 11 and 12. Learning outcomes. After listening to the lecture, inshallah, you will be able to describe the idea of dutifulness and cleanliness in Islam, narrate the various aspects of dutifulness and cleanliness in Islam, narrate the importance and significance of dutifulness and cleanliness. First of all, dutifulness. Dutifulness means to discharge duties or fulfill responsibilities properly, etc. In the terminology of Islam, as men, we are subject to various duties and responsibilities. To remain alert and conscious about them, to discharge them nicely and artistically, at the right time, and not to show any negligence or indifference to this are included in dutifulness. Importance of dutifulness. Dear cadets, dutifulness is the most important aspects of Akhlaq Hamida. The importance of dutifulness is man's life is unlimited. Everyone loves and respects a person who is dutiful. He earns the confidence and faith of others. Dutifulness brings man's success. In this connection, Allah Almighty says, وَلِكُلِّ دَرَجَاتٍ مِمَّا عَمِلُوا وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا يَعْلَمُونَ. Everybody gets his position according to what he does, and their Lord is not unaware of what he does. Allah Almighty Father said, Inna alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat, inna la nudihu azran man ahsanu amala. Meaning, we do not damage the result of those who have faith and do good deeds in the best manner. Surah Al-Kahf, ayat 30. Allah Almighty Father said, وَلَا تَكْسِبُ كُلُّ نَفْسٍ إِلَّا عَلَيْهَا. Everyone is responsible for his own deeds, and no shall bear the burden of anyone else. Allah Almighty Father said, do not follow that of which you have to knowledge. Account shall be demanded about ears, eyes, heart, each of these. In this regard, Allah Almighty another places in the Quran and says, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. Meaning, Allah does not impose on anyone painful obligation of it his capacity. Whatever good he does, its reward is reserved for him, and whatever evil he does, it return also it reserved for him. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 286. Dear cadets, you are a student. You have a lot of responsibilities and duties. Some of this to obey the instruction of teachers, to inquire about their well-being whenever they are met, after paying respect to them, to listen attentively whatever the teachers say and obey accordingly, to behave with them in a humble, gentle, and decent manner, to maintain friendship and good relationship with classmates, to attend the class regularly, to maintain classmate of classroom and school, to maintain cleanliness of classroom and school, to keep the body clean and dress tight, to show respect by standing both in classroom or anywhere else, to seek permission to leave the classroom, to implement in life all the noble teachers for the teachers, receive from the teachers, to refrain from such activities as are disliked by teachers, never misbehave with anyone, to wish well for the teachers always, and pray for them when dead, to be eager to learn and to try to keep the task with teachers always, to study with understanding and shun the habit of memorization, to give up shyness in according to knowledge, to read every day lesson classes, to consult the lesson following the ends. So, dear cadets, this responsibility of student or you is must be maintained. It is the duty of the students. On the contrary, a student who is not dutiful is not liked by anybody. He fails in every walk of life. Dear cadets, dutiful is the virtue of a moment. Allah is the creator of all that exists, the, the sustainer of everything, the giver of every favor, the only true Allah. Worthy of worship and praise, the unique. He has no equal partner, is free from any fault. He begets not, nor was he begotten. He has no beginning nor ending, and he is all powerful. His mercy is immense. And likewise, his torment is existent. We, as his creature, are obligated to worship and believe in him based on the teaching of Islam. Otherwise, it our belief or worship will not be accepted and will be often evil. It's forbidden to try to imagine Allah. He is like to none and nothing resemble him. We know him by contemplating in his sign and creature, and by information revealed in the Quran and the Sunnah, as our great Prophet Muhammad says, our understanding of Allah is to be derived from on others source beyond these two, the Quran and Sunnah. Allah Almighty says in the Holy Quran, He is Allah and one and only, Allah the eternal, absolute. He begets not, nor he is begotten, and there is none like him. So we believe in him and whatever he commanded us to believe in, his names and attributes, the angels, his books, rebel book, etc. So we should try to our duties to become a true moment. Dear cadets, we have a duties towards others people. Man has social creation. Life is based on interaction and communication between people. They share many things and together they form the family and society. Man is born along to live with others in harmony. Allah the Most High says in the Quran, O mankind, lo, we have created you from a male and female and have made you nations and tribes that you may know one another. Lo, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah. It is the best conduct. Lo, Allah is knower. Dear cadets, Allah the Most High has entrusted us with various duties and responsibilities. One, earth for test. In the next life, He will ask us all about the performance. On that day, those who are dutiful will attain salvation easily. For them, result will be success and done. On the contrary, those who neglected their duties and did not perform this properly will be in jeopardy. They shall suffer punishment. For them, there is hell, a place of eternal damnation. We shall be careful to be dutiful. We shall exchange our respect respective duties and responsibilities accordingly. Only thus why we expect to achieve success in this world and to attain salvation in the akhirah. Various aspects of dutifulness. Dutifulness is one of the tools of achieving success in human life. Allah the Most High has created us for His servitude only, so it is our obligation to worship Allah. We all live in family, so we have various duties and responsibilities to all the member of our family to look after our family, to look after our fathers and mothers, to look after our children, to look after our neighbors, to look after our brother and sister, etc. A social being, we have to discharge many duties and responsibilities towards our relatives, friends, and neighbors. A learner, we have various obligation to our school teachers and fellow students. Uh, obey the learners as like respect the teachers, obey their instruction, study properly, take care of the furniture of schools, etc. A student who perform these duties properly is loved by all. Besides this, when required, we have to perform duties and responsibilities in the state, national, and international arenas. We should love our country and perform our responsibility and duties for the nation or country, not against the nation or country. All these duties have to be performed accordingly, accurately, and at the appropriate. Number two, cleanliness. Dear cadets, first of all, I'd like to discuss what is cleanliness. Cleanliness means being clean, neat, and pure, and cleanliness of body, mind, and place maintained through some special procedures is called cleanliness or taharat. According to Cambridge Dictionary, cleanliness means the state of being clean or the act of keeping things clean. In other words, cleanliness is described as an abstract state of being clean and free from dirt, and the action or habit to maintaining the condition cleanliness is achieved by cleaning. Dear cadets, the Arabic term of cleanliness is taharat or nazafat. The in the terminology of Sharia, taharat is usually used in the sense of cleanliness, purity, and sanctity. In the Islamic terminology, keeping body, mind, dress, food, house, and environment clean and deity is termed as taharat. Importance of cleanliness. Islam has given so much importance to cleanliness as it is considered to be a part of faith. Cleanliness and purification are one of the great assumptions of Islam. Islam places great stress on cleanliness. whether it is in physical and spiritual. The attention to hygiene in the condition which was unfamiliar with any other religion before Islam. While people generally consider cleanliness or purification are desirable aspects, but Islam insists on it, making hygiene an essential part of faith. Cleanliness is an essential part of Islamic life. We can say the meaning and spirit behind the concept of cleanliness is above the slight concept of the traditional cleanliness. In the Holy Quran, Allah Almighty says, Allah does not intend the inconvenience you, but He intends to purify and do perfect His favor to you, so that you may give thanks. Cleanliness and purification are two types in which we have inner purification and outward purification. Inner purification. Inner purification can be achieved by encouraging the five pillars of Islam, having clean and pure thinking, avoiding sin, making a lot of zikr, and most importantly, making sure the heart is pure of spiritual affection, such as anger, hatred, relying on other people than Allah, pride, arrogance, etc. Outward purification. Outer purification can be obtained by proper obligation. Purification, making ablution, taking bath, clean teeth, using fragrance, keeping house and clothes clean. Our beloved Prophet said about purity is one of his hadith in a way. At-tuhuru shatrul iman. Cleanness is half of faith. So we can conclude that cleanness and purity are part of our faith, which we have to take seriously in our life. The Holy Prophet practiced cleanliness himself and ordered his companions to follow too. He kept his body and clothes clean, took bath and or regularly basis, liked the use of fragrance, liked to do miswak. He disliked to use of smelly things like garlic, etc. And appreciated neat and attractive appearance. Our Prophet Muhammad said, the key to the prayer is cleanness. Its beginning is Takbir and its ending is Salam. Abu Dhabi. Islam has always encouraged the believers to be in a state of cleanness, both physical and spiritual. As mentioned above, one of the most important aspects of prayer is that the person should be clean before performing that 5 times in a day. There are many instructions in connection with health, hygiene, and nutrition, and about the cleanliness of prayer and environment in Islam. Some of them are listed above. Wash your mouth and hand before and after a meal. Keep food and water covered. Offer salah with clean body and clothes. Use fragrance or perfume. Comb your hair and use oil on the hair. Take bath and perform ablution for offering prayer. Go to bed early and rise early in the morning. Go for a walk in the morning. Keep your house and street clean. Keep your clothes and body clean. to miswak regularly. Dear cadets, Allah Almighty says, لا يمسه إلا المطهرون. And this meaning, and this none with us except the pure ones. Allah Almighty further says, Inna Allah yuhibbut tawwabina wa yuhibbul mutatahhirin. Surely Allah loves the repentant and also loves them who stay pure. So, dear cadets, in the Islamic Sharia, cleanliness and purity of the body has been ensured by the regulation of ablution, ghusl, or tinam, rubbing by dirt earth. All men's impurities and uncleanness are removed by 5 times wudu before 5 times salat. Physical cleanliness, dear cadets, physical cleanliness is a very important of a man or woman. Physical cleanliness means keeping the whole body free from dirt, including hands, feet, mouth, teeth, etc. If a person hands, feet, mouth, teeth for or and matter of inner body remains unclean and dirty, it all smells bad. It is necessary to keep clean by removing the dirt and bad smell because all of it are dirty person. We can keep our body clean by the help of bathing by removing dirt and smell. Bathing is the most important thing to physical cleanliness. Become a regular daily feature of every Muslim life. The servant of Ummah, the third caliph, tells of how the caliph used unfailingly to take a bath once or twice daily. If a Muslim have always attached great importance to cleanliness, it is because of the explicit command of on this subject in the Quran. When a Quran began to be revealed, one of its single injunction was cleanliness your garments and keep away from all pollution. The cleanliness of clothes is a necessary a concomitant of the purity of the body. Without that, the body is not on 100% clean. Indeed, as much stress is laid to cleanliness as on the avoidance of wearing showy apparel. In Islam, the devotee is required, ideally, to worship in clothes which are simple and above all clean. In the realm of spiritual development, one of the principal elements of purification through passions. As the Quran says, God loves those who turn to Him is repentance and purify themselves. Just a repentance frees body and soul of what the moral deals. So, does water removes impurities from body and clothes? The cleanness of clothes is a necessary component of the beauty of the body. Without that, the body is not 100% clean. Indeed, the mass test of the cleanness show the avoidance of ordering shine apparel. So, dear cadets, Islamic, dear cadets, many of us accustomed to maintain long hair and nails. We give a bad look. Dirt accumulates if nail is long. So nail must be trimmed and cleaned. Hair has to be keep, kept tidy. This is the regulation of Islam. Here is the importance of physical cleanliness and purity of is immense. So we shall bath every day. We shall perform wuzu properly before the 5 times prayer. We shall keep our hands, feet, nail, hair, teeth, and all other organs clean. Cleanliness of dress. Dear cadets, we do various types of work. Our clothes get dirty. If their dirty clothes are wrong, the body becomes sick, various types of dresses attack. Also, you cannot be in good mood while you are in dirty dress. People dislike dirty dresses. Giving instruction to keep dress clean, Allah says, وَثِيَابَكَ فَطَهِّرْ. Keep your clothes clean and pure. The Prophet always used to wear clean clothes, keeping the clothes clean in as important as keeping the body clean. Salat cannot be performed without unclean body. So it cannot also be done wearing unclean clothes. Cleanliness of environment. Dear cadets, we keep our classroom, school, compounds, houses, road, playgrounds dirty and unclean. We throw dirty, sweeping, and rubbish here and there. So we do with cough, saliva, or excretion. This make our environment dirty and destroy it. Dirty environment is the depot of so many diseases. It spreads diseases. It makes our life miserable. For perfect salat environment also should be pure like the pure body and pure dress. If the environment is not clean, it becomes impossible to keep our body and dress clean. It is really astonishing in that our crowded places like a road, bus station, railway station, ferrycat, etc. are kept too dirty. At this, at any moment, our body and dress can be dirty. The environment is becoming polluted all the time from there. If we are conscious about our environment, we can get rid of many diseases. Water is an important element of our environment. Pure water is essential for cleaning the body and clothes. So we must take care not to pollute water and make it dirty. We sometimes throw dirt and excretion in the water which people drink and use for cleaning. Do we ever think how harmful and unjust it is? From now, we will try to keep our body, clothes, and environment pure, clean, neat, and unpolluted. We shall not excrete in clean water. We shall not throw dirt in it. Dear cadets, question answer session. With this, we have come to the end of this class. Dear cadets, if you want to ask any question on this lesson, leave it in the comment box. I shall be happy and remain patient to answer. Homework, dear cadets. As a homework, I have given to you a CQ question. The CQ question is, Mr. Johir is a government service holder. He doesn't finish his official work in time. Always he tries to avoid his responsibilities and duty. On the other hand, Mr. Abdullah is a pious person. He always tries to perform ibadat attentively. He believes that cleanliness is essential to stay pure in order to be a true moment, because without purity, no in ibadat is accepted. Question number one. What is dutifulness? It is knowledgeable question. Question B. All of you are trustees and you shall be questioned for your performance. Explain. It is understanding and comprehensive level question. Whose quality of Akhlaq Hamida is absent in the Mr. Johir's conduct? Explain. It is application level question. Evaluate the Mr. Abdullah's thinking in the light of the Quran Sunnah. It is the higher order level question. Dear cadets, this Chiku read attentively and prepare the answer at your home. Next class, dear cadets, now topic for next class. Your next class topic is frugality and self-purification. Lesson number 13 and 14, chapter 4. Dear cadets, again coronavirus awareness. We should follow this awareness. Wear mask regularly when we go to the outside the home. Wash hands frequently. Boil your foods properly. Avoid contacts. Use soap and antibacterial gel. Cough on your elbow. Keep your distance minimum 4 feet. Regular sleep, etc. Thank you, dear cadets. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Stay home, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.